Hey there, fellow creators, artists, and all you wonderful people with a passion for bringing your artistic visions to life. It's Mark here from Blumoo, and today we are going to dive into a topic that I know a lot of you have been wondering about. That's right, we're talking about the best laptops for artists. Now, I know picking the right laptop can be pretty darn overwhelming. You're probably asking questions like, will this run my favorite art programs? Or is the color accuracy good for my digital paintings? Well, fear not, because I've done the legwork for you. I've been testing out some of the top laptops on the market that are, specifically tailored for you guys, the creative geniuses. So whether you're into graphic design, digital painting, 3D modeling, or you just need a reliable machine that can keep up with your artistic flow, I've got you covered. And just a quick reminder, you'll find links to all the products we're going to discuss in the description below. So make sure you check those out. It helps you get the best deals and supports the channel so we can keep on bringing you guys this content. All right, so grab your favorite snack, settle in, and let's get those creative juices flowing as we jump right into the best laptops for artists. Right, so the Microsoft Surface Laptop Studio, for artists, it's pretty interesting. So firstly, the design. It's kind of innovative, isn't it? It sort of transforms from a laptop to a tablet to a studio mode, which is super handy for, when you're in the zone and you want to sketch or use the pen. And speaking of the pen, the Surface Slim Pen 2, it's kind of a game changer with its haptic feedback. It feels almost like you're drawing on paper, which is, I guess, what every digital artist is sort of looking for, right? Now, performance-wise, you've got the 11th gen Intel Core processors. They're beefy, offering a smooth experience with most creative software, Photoshop, Illustrator, no problem there. And the screen, 14.4 inches, it's a good size. And the resolution, which is, I think, 2400 by 1600, gives you crisp detail, which is super important when you're working on those finer details in your art. Battery life, now it ranges, right? But you're looking at around, I'd say up to 15 hours or so, depending on your usage, which isn't too shabby. But the price, it can be a bit steep for some artists, especially if you're just starting out. But if you're into serious digital art and can afford it, this laptop is a solid choice and could be like a great investment for your work. So those are my thoughts on that. All right, so let's jump straight in and talk about the Asus ZenBook Pro Duo, which is quite the standout when it comes to laptops for artists. First up, the thing that really gets you is this incredible dual screen setup it's got going on. The main display is this gorgeous 4K UHD OLED panel, and just above the keyboard, there's a secondary screen, which is pretty unique. It's called the ScreenPad Plus, and it gives you so much extra space for your tools, reference images, or whatever else you need while you're working. For artists, it's a game changer because you can, drag your Adobe Photoshop controls down there and keep your main canvas totally uncluttered. Now, in terms of performance, Asus didn't skimp here either. The ZenBook Pro Duo is packed with high-end specs. We're talking about Intel Core i9 processors, NVIDIA GeForce RTX graphics, which means you're getting loads of power for demanding software like 3D rendering or high-resolution video editing. And that's critical, right? Because the last thing you want is lag or stutter messing up your workflow. Plus, the stylus. The stylus that comes with it. It's super responsive, making digital sketching and painting feel pretty natural. However, one thing to note, this laptop is on the heavier side, which might not be ideal for everyone, especially if you're an artist who's constantly on the move. But the weight is understandable, given all the tech packed inside this beast. Battery life is, it's decent, but not the best out there. So keep that charger handy. And the price tag is definitely up there. But for a laptop that doubles as a full-on creative suite, it might just be worth the investment for serious artists and creatives looking for a mobile powerhouse. So let's talk about the Dell XPS 15, which, is actually a really popular choice among artists and creators. Now, the display is super important, right? If you're working on visual projects, and the XPS 15 doesn't disappoint. It's got this really vivid 4K screen, which is amazing for color accuracy, And I mean, this is pretty crucial when you're tweaking the hues and saturation in your digital art. The bezel is like almost non-existent, which gives you more screen space, and it's just really nice to work on, you know? Another big plus is the performance. Yeah. This laptop comes with the latest Intel processors, and you can get it with like an NVIDIA GeForce graphics card. So whether you're editing videos or 3D modeling, this thing can handle it. And I've noticed it doesn't lag or freeze, which, when you're in the middle of a complex Photoshop file or something, that's a lifesaver. And the storage options are solid, too. You can go for a faster SSD if you want your programs to just, zip open. But one thing to consider, though, is the portability. The XPS 15 is a bit on the heavier side compared to, like, ultra-portables. Artists who travel a lot or like to work from cafes might find it a bit bulky. The battery life is decent, but if you're pushing it with intensive tasks, you might want to keep your charger handy. Still, the build quality is top-notch. It feels durable, which is good for long-term use. So yeah, overall, for artists and creatives needing power and a killer screen, the XPS 15 is, super impressive. So, let's talk about the Lenovo Yoga 9i, which is quite the contender, especially if you're an artist, right? First off, this laptop's got a hinge that lets you turn it like all the way around, so it becomes a tablet, which is super convenient for drawing or photo editing on the go. The screen, it's a 14-inch UHD display, and the color accuracy is just, top-notch. Vibrant colors, deep blacks, and it even supports Dolby Vision, so everything you do looks insanely good. And it's a touchscreen, of course, so paired with the included stylus, it's pretty perfect for sketching or even just note-taking. Now, performance-wise, the Yoga 9i is packing, the laytest Intel processors. And what that really means for you is that it can handle demanding art applications without breaking a sweat. You've also got options for like up to 16 gigabytes of RAM and up to a 1 terabyte SSD, so you'll have plenty of space for all your project files and the speed to access them quickly. The SSD also helps with boot times and opening applications, which, can be a real time saver. And let's not forget about build quality and battery life. So this thing is made from like sturdy materials, feels super premium, and it even has a garaged pen that fits right into the laptop. Super handy, so you're not gonna lose it, right? The battery life is, well, it's pretty darn good for a laptop of this caliber. We're talking like up to 15 hours, depending on how you use it, which should be more than enough to get you through the day or a long art session without needing to, scramble for a charger. So, yeah, all in all, it's a solid choice for artists looking for a new laptop. All right, so let's talk about the HP ZBook Create G7. This laptop's got a lot of things going for it, especially if you're an artist. First up, the display, because that's where you're going to be staring all day, right? It's got this really nice dream color screen, impressive color accuracy, and it's super bright, which is great if you're working in different light settings. Now, performance-wise, this ZBook is no slouch. It's packed with Intel's 10th gen processors, and depending on the configuration, you can get it with NVIDIA graphics, which is pretty sweet for rendering or, running heavy design software. Plus, the chassis, it's sleek, it's not too bulky, which is kind of surprising for a workstation. Usually they're chunky things that you don't want to move around, but this one's pretty portable. On the downside, it's pricey, but you're getting what you pay for on this. Durability and power. And yeah, the battery life isn't like the best out there, but considering the horsepower you get, it's a bit of a trade-off. So if you're an artist looking for a machine that can keep up with your creativity and isn't afraid of a little heavy lifting, the HP ZBook Create G7 is definitely worth considering. Hey there, awesome viewers. Looks like we've just about wrapped up our in-depth dive into the best laptops for artists. I really hope you found the info super helpful, because, choosing the right gear can be pretty daunting, but it's crucial for letting your creativity flow without a hitch, right? Alrighty, before you jet off on your own art adventures with your new laptop, don't forget to, check out the description down below. Yep, right down there. We've got all the links to the products we talked about today, so you can easily find them and take a closer look. And hey, if you've got a sec, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. It's a big help for the channel and, kind of like a virtual high five to me. Plus, if you've still got questions or you want to share what's on your techie mind, drop those comments down below. I love hearing from you guys, and I'm always around to chat and clear up any confusion. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. It's like a little thumbs up back to me. Haha. Also, if you're curious about more than just laptops, we've got a whole bunch of videos on the channel. So take a peek at those if you're into it. Never know, you might stumble upon something that's just perfect for you. Thanks for hanging out with me today. You're the best part of Blumoo, hands down. Can't wait to see you in the next video. And remember, keep creating and stay inspired. Catch you later, folks.